Well, fine, good afternoon all. Patricia here, Traveling for History. I'm in Bisbee, Arizona today, and I'm here at the Bisbee Restoration Museum. Now, as of the filming of this video, a few days ago, I had put up a shorts video on a wooden child's rotary phone, which I couldn't stop giggling over. Oh my gosh, it just brought back so many great memories, and behold, we do have rotary phones here. But we're going to start with this one on the wall. This is clearly a wall phone, but nothing your parents would have used, or your grandparents even. More in tune with my grandparents. All right, so this is the receiver. You put that up to your ear. See that it's corded. And this is the mouthpiece. You're talking to the mouthpiece. Bells at the top as well. There would be a black metal crank on the right side of the phone. I already know there's not one on this one. Telephone bells, you know, those bells up there, top there, replaced by ringtones on your smartphone, were invented in the 1890s. When your grandmother wanted to call a friend, she turned a black crank on the right side of her oak wall phone. Inside the phone was a magneto with three or five horseshoe magnets. Now, this is the magneto. You can see it has a gauge, and there's the crank. Crank is right here. Now it does say to crank the magneto on this display. It is the only thing we're allowed to touch here. If you hear any shouting in the back, we're next to the alley here. It says that you will create 80 to 100 volts of alternating current, AC, at about 20 cycles per second, which is hertz, which rings a bell on an old phone at the other end of the room. Right there. This AC voltage can travel several miles on a pair of thin copper wires to or from a central office switchboard. There is one on the first floor here at the museum, so let me show you how cool this is. It takes little to amuse me, which is good. That's certainly way before, as I said, that'd be more my grandparents' era than mine. They were born in the late 1800s. But now we can behold up close the rotary phones. So this is a model from, it says right there, 1950 to 84, the Western Electric Model 500. This is the receiver. This part you'd be talking into, and that part would be up against your ear to hear what the heck someone's saying. It is corded, and it's corded to the wall as well. Now this type of cord is very flexible, and you can stretch it to some degree. So why would you have numbers and letters on here? So glad you asked. Numbers are obvious on a telephone, but the letters maybe less so. So let's say you have a business that has spelled its name rather than just giving you the digits. Well, that's one way to do it, and we would do that nowadays too. But, and I'll show you an example in just a couple of minutes of an old way to write a phone number. So hold that thought as we come and look at the wall phone version of a dial phone. Now, I don't know if I've seen red before. Let me know in the comments below. Have you seen a red wall phone like this before? My father had a yellow one on his wall. We had a lot of white ones. Trying to think, any other color? Cream. You know, the off-white, the cream color. We had that too. It was more in the 70s, I think. I should mention too that this kind of phone, it always reminded me of Henry Ford, who would say, sure, customers can have any color car they want as long as it's black. And that was the case for so many decades. but I think it was in the 1970s, maybe 60s, definitely 70s, when it started to change. I remember we had an avocado colored telephone, and of course that would match your appliances if you did have that color. But comment below, what color phones did you guys have? Mainly black, cream, but I do remember that avocado phone. Holy cow. These things are wicked heavy too, by the way. So if you have an intruder in your house, you pick that up and you smack them upside the head, they're not getting up for a while. This is from 1964. This is the Trimline touch tone. This is also a wall phone. This is not a rotary phone though. Although, well, it could be. It could be a rotary phone. No, it says it's touch tone. So the numbers, you know, the are on the handle, on the receiver. The handle, God, it's on the receiver portion. So this is where you put your ear, and that's the piece you talk into. Up here, we have a rotary phone. Older, 1940 black desk phone. These things are also wicked heavy. Well, they're even heavier than the one down below. Western Electric Model 300. I think my aunt had a phone like this, which, by the way, still works in this modern world. You don't have to have a touch phone. You could still use a rotary phone if you wanted to, but you will have far fewer features with it. But yeah, look at this cord. This is pretty long for a receiver. And over here, the 1930 cradle phone. Let me tell you the difference between a cradle phone and this kind of phone. It has to do with the disconnection of the phone call. This is how you disconnect on a wall phone. This right here. On that one, it is different. But on these here, what it has is underneath the receiver on either side, and halfway between here and the piece in the back, there is a piece that sticks up, a button that's, I'd say it's about that tall. So when you put your phone down on the top there, the receiver on the top, it will push down the buttons, which will disconnect a call. So it's actually kind of fun to slam it. Not that I know that from personal experience, but yeah. But you can use your finger too on one or the other, and we'll do the same thing. Now this one works in the same manner, but it's the cradle phone. So this entire piece is how you disconnect a phone call. I love the look of that. It's a 1930 cradle phone. I love this piece too, where you're talking into the phone, and I would imagine someone on the other end would be able to hear more of your words because more of your sound would be traveling over the line. But please tell me in the comments below. I'll be conducting research on this, no doubt. It'll be on my website, travelingforhistory.com. Plus, if you've seen old movies, you've seen, it's funny, I usually see women doing this in old movies where they cup their hand around it too. So, yeah. This cord is really thick. This one is much thinner and longer. I'm sure any one of us has seen a movie where someone is strangled with the telephone cord. And this one, yeah, you can see that working. Now, I did mention about the phone number. So why do we have letters? This is the main reason why. Because we can see that we have the word hemlock with the letters H and E capitalized, and then numbers 2-2441. The HE portion correlates to the letters on the dial. And H is 4 and E is 3. So it's 342-2441. Or you would just say to someone, hemlock 2-2441. Oftentimes there were words attached to these to make it easier to remember. my mother knew a lot of them because she grew up with this. I think that's pretty cool. And now, actually, my favorite phone in this entire exhibit, as much as I'm talking about rotary phones, is this one here. This is a candlestick phone from 1910. Your receiver, the piece you talk into, the mouthpiece. And don't you love that cord? Doesn't it look like an old iron cord or an old fan cord? Anyone else? In the comments below. No, I'm not the only one of a certain vintage who knows stuff like this. And even this phone has, what is that, K? I think it's a K. It could be an X. It could be an L. 27876. So the E is 3, and I'm going to go with a K on that one. And K is 5. So 3527. Is that a P? No, it's an 8. 7876. Fascinating. I usually think of these from those old movies where men were in their office talking on these things. So they'd be holding it, probably with the right hand, and then on the phone, and yapping, blah, 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 usually yelling, blah, 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 blah. Anyhow, if you want to read about Bisbee, Arizona specifically, you can read that there. Or this too, this is Telephone Tom, about Tom Wheeler. Try to get that so you can actually read it. I think that's pretty good. So, if you love a rotary phone, if you miss that rat-tat-tat-tat sound, and you can see when I was talking about that wooden toy that the one is really close to the finger stop. This is when you dial the number, your finger stops there. When you pull your finger out of the circle, the number, the dial rolls back. Now, if you have a 0 and you happen to like the sound, you would run this back and let it go all the way over. Yes, that amuses me. I don't know why, but it does. Bring back childhood memories, I suppose. But, yeah, pretty cool. Oh, and we see this one also has, and this one is OL, so what is that? Oldfield. Yeah, Oldfield. 1787. So yeah, pretty nifty. So anyway, hope you had a fun time with these old phones the way I have had. But this is Patricia, traveling for history. And until I see you again, have a fabulous rest of your day. Thanks for watching. Bye now.